Hello, and welcome to another Sitecore Stories. Today we're catching up with Derek Fahey, and he's going to tell us all about AI in Sitecore CDP and Personalize. So, let's dive in. Okay, thanks for joining me today, Derek.
Hey Rob, good to see you.
So, before we dive in and talk about everything CDP and Personalize, can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and your role here at Sitecore?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Derek Fahey. I'm a director of product for Sitecore CDP, also Sitecore Connect. So I kind of look after the two products day to day. I've been working on the product CDP specifically for the last 4 years in product, but before that I was part of professional services, many roles, integration specialist, technical consultant for about 6 years previously. So about 10 years working on this product, so I know it quite well at this stage.
Yeah, nice. So, before we dive too much into the feature you're going to show us today, can you talk a little bit about the problem we were seeing in the market and why we built this out?
Yeah, so obviously AI is everywhere today. Everyone wants to use it. Everyone's using it. Everyone uses ChatGPT, multiple other tools to use AI. When we launched Sitecore Stream, we really wanted to solve a customer problem, not just use AI for the sake of AI. We wanted to find something with CDP that and personalize that customers had took them long to do. We wanted to make sure they can get their job done faster with AI. So what we settled on as our first use case, with many more to come with Stream, is what we're calling our code assistant. So within CDP and Personalize, we have multiple places where you can write JavaScript to query the guest profile, so our customers' to pull data points out. It's very powerful. It allows you to have your own logic, your own code to be able to do what you want to do. But at the same time, then it can be quite difficult. Customers need to understand JavaScript or some level of coding. They need to be quite technical, but they also really need to understand their underlying data structure within CDP and Personalize. So what we were trying to solve, the main problem for customers was allowing them to get things done faster so that they can then get more value out of the system. There's nothing worse than having development cycles that take weeks and just to get something that may not work. So our big philosophy is to fail fast. So they want to do something to test it, get an experiment live on the website, try and export to a social media platform or something like that, or an email campaign with a small percentage of audience. But for customers that might take weeks to do that, we wanted to really, really reduce that down to as fast as possible. So that's hopefully what you see today with the demo I'm going to show.
Yeah, nice. Can we see it in action then?
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start with an audience export. So if you're not familiar, CDP allows you to create segments of people. From there, then you can export certain values of those people to a different system. So you might want to run an email campaign using personalized values or total sums of orders or session data within the platform, and send that to email campaign then to personalize more on the email or to create different audiences and different systems. You can send them to, using Sitecore Connect, you can send them to multiple different end systems. So our common use cases will be the likes of email campaigns, social media platforms will be a big one. People might grab an audience from CDP and then put that into a social media platform and then maybe create lookalikes to get more people back onto their site. So be able to really get at the guest profile, all the data they've collected to then create that audience that they want to output. So what I'm going to show here is I have an email segment of pretty much everyone. So I want to just define that output that I'm going to send to a different platform. So for the everyday user of the system, we have quite a simple key value pairs system that you can do. So you can write guest email is our guest.email off the profile, but we can get more complex and get more computational results by using JavaScript, as I mentioned. So what customers will see now is this code assistant, and when they click on it, they'll get this chat window. So familiar enough to most AI tools that you'll see out there on the market. We wanted to keep that familiarity with it. The big difference you're going to see now, though, is for us is it's not just a code compiler, code creator. It actually understands your underlying data structure. So what I mean by that is your guest context schema. So it doesn't know the individual values or whatever that you've collected against the guest, but it understands the schema. So you might have extensions against your guest, loyalty points, total time as a member, certain different things. Previously, when you're writing JavaScript, you had to know that exact key, camel case, snake case, whatever it was that you had to write down while you're writing JavaScript. Now the AI actually understands your schema, so understands that lower level detail that you can use natural language to actually get those values for you. So I'll demo that now. So what I'm going to show you is like you have some sample prompts. So I might just get some ideas from this, or I might know what I want already, but I'm just going to click on this one. So I want to export the total value of the last 10 orders. What you get from that then is you get a preview window. You can view through the code. Again, if you're technical and you want to see it, it's here for you. You could just trust it and go straight in, replace the code. So now on my homepage of my audience export, I have this here. Obviously, you should be testing your code, making sure it works. So I can run a test. I've got my profile here. I run a test against that. It'll open my email address. But you'll see in the logs now that it added my total value. So it's done some code conditions. It's run through all the orders. It's outputted some logs here for me so I can see exactly what it's doing. So order 3 does not exist or has no price. So 100, 200, 412 is giving me the total value of my orders that I have on the platform. What the other value that is what we can do here is you don't need to start again every time you want to add something else. So it understands the context of the code that you have in place already. So I can just do something simple like also include the average order price. Again, it'll go off, query using the LLM that we have, and come back with updated JavaScript. So now you can see I've got a function here that actually looks at the average price of those total orders. Again, replace the code that's there, save it and test it again, and run the test. So average price of the last 3 orders, 137.51. So right there now in the space of a minute or two, it wrote 34 lines of code for me. It's exactly what I wanted to output. So I can use those 2 values, my total order value, my average order price, save this export and send it off to a different platform. The other stuff I mentioned earlier as well, like so I could say include my card balance. That's pretty generic. If you were to actually just state that, you might not know what it was if you were to look that up. But because it understands that underlying schema, as I mentioned earlier, it's actually gone and looked for member card balance. So that's the actual data extension that is stored against it. So you might have multiple different teams. You might have a technical team that's uploaded all the data using our batch APIs, REST APIs, and stored it in a certain structure. It might be the marketing team that are in here then and actually wanting to export those data fields. So this bridges that gap between the technical side and the more marketing side, or the more business-driven use case side, to be able to do that. Okay, so what I want to show next then is the ability to create a condition within Personalize and have that available then in XM Cloud. Again, using the same principles that we showed earlier on with the assistant. So if I go in, I might want to have something like people are on site in the last 20 days, for example. Do something different. So out of the box, you just get a blank JavaScript editor. When I go into edit, you get the same code assistant, you get the same UX, but here you'll see some slightly different prompts because it's a condition now. So it's different to maybe what you want to export with Audience Export. These are conditions that you want to write to filter out who can see different personalization rules. So here I might just want to do something like people who were on site in the last 20 days. Again, natural language creation of code. So that's really going to help our marketers and people, users of the app, to actually get what they want out of this. And here you can see it wrote some code. So looking through the code, it's checking our sessions. So to see was there any session within the last 10 days. Anyone that's quite technical, I could write that quite easily. But if you were new to this platform, you didn't understand it, you just wanted, like here I've asked for people who are on site, but it knew to look at sessions to see, did you have a session in the last time frame? So I can save that then. And I can publish it. And now if I go into XM Cloud, I look at my sites over here. So I want to create a new page variant based on people on site in the last 20 days. Now you might want to show them different conditions. So these could be returning customer. You might want to show different page layouts, page views based on this. So for people who are new to the site and people who have been here previously, they might get a different flavor off the home page or some other landing page. So again, I can add my condition, and here it's appeared straight away. So within here now I can select this and I can save it. So now I've got a new audience on XM Cloud. Again, within a minute. I've been able to do this. So that's really what we're trying to help here, is to get our customers be able to get more out of AI, more out of our platforms using AI, and to get that quicker return to value, get stuff live, test it, fail fast, move forward is our kind of motto that we like to go by.
That's awesome. I like how quickly you said it came over through from Personalize into XM Cloud. It's nice to see them so quickly synced up together.
Yeah, so any of our customers who have just XM Cloud will see our conditions out of the box that you get, but those that also have Personalize, they're tightly integrated together. So it allows you to get that more hyper personalization outcomes that you want to get to.
Yeah, nice. So I guess to finish up, if anyone has any questions about AI and CDP or Personalize or just the products themselves, what's the best way to get hold of you?
Probably on Slack, so the Slack community. I'm quite active on that. So there's the CDP Personalize channel, but also you can reach out directly to me on derek.fahey@sitecore.com.
Awesome. Thanks for joining me today, Derek. Hopefully we speak again soon.
Thanks, Rob. Cheers.